I believe he doesn't get a response. That is my, because he sent it to a Gmail account. He further goes on at 12:35 in December 27th. Now, the first one was the 25th, the second one was the 27th of November. Then in December 27th, 2024, it will reflect that Mr. Scholela says importance high in this email, but he sent it to Kagiso Molema, who I don't know his position is, to say, good day, afternoon Kagiso. Below find the response from asset protection. We will have to look at for a GL to utilize and attend to security needs at the pump stations. The GL is the general ledger. Here he failed to mention that it's a general ledger and a cost center. Vote number, what we call it, whichever comes first, but we call it a cost center, they can call it a vote number. And now, the divisional head of the said department, water and sanitation, says, Dear Headman, on January the 3rd, how far is the matter which pump stations have been identified? I don't see where Herman Sokolela replies to Eiser Sekwela. But I see that on the 6th of January, at page 10, Mr. Scholela writes another email, says, Mr. Malatji, kindly agently confirm you may be able to deploy security as the sites are vulnerable to further vandalism. We have, good day, is still Herman Scholela, sending now to Eiser and Chukudu Malatji, and I'm not mentioned there. But importance still remains high. Good day, we have, it's on the 6th still. We have responded and forwarded all the information needed by Metro Police Department. We are still waiting for them to confirm deployment. Now this is not, I need to explain that when he says deployment, it is not, it changes. It doesn't become a request anymore. It becomes a deployment. Today, I just received the bad report that Klapperkop water pump stations has been badly vandalized during the festives. Now, on the very same day, on the 6th of January 2025, Mr. Chukudu Malatji.
And this email ends where you read first. Remember the part you read first?
No.
Or not?
This email starts at page 10.
10, yes.
And ends at page 11.
11. That's
Yes.
what I'm saying. I'm saying, remember you read this part first.
Yeah.
The part at page 11.
Yes.
So you read the end and then went to the beginning.
Yeah.
All right.
So should I read it?
No.
Okay. Commissioners, on the very same day at 2:30 p.m., we must take note that these conversations started in November 2024 on the 25th. Now is the 6th. Is the time now that Chukudu P. Malatji also responds to Herman Scholela. Now I'm also listed here because we had engagement before the 6th because we were supposed to deploy on the 31st at 12 o'clock midnight. Hi, Herman. I have ordered Mr. Phiri to convene an agent meeting with you to discuss the deployment. I also want to make sure that we underline the word deployment because I will be asked about the processes. I'm just looking for my pen, Commissioner. The reason I'm underlining deployment is that we will discuss deployment when we go further. He says, I've ordered Mr. Phiri to convene an agent meeting with you to discuss the deployment and findings prior to the deployment of security, he wanted to say of security, on the 31st December 2024. But the date here says January the 6th. Now we go back to where I get my authority.
On the 6th of January, reference is made to the 31st of December.
Yes,
This is January 2025. So
Yes.
reference is made to 31 December 2024. Deployment of security on that date, 31 December. What did you understand this to mean? Why reference to a past date?
Commissioners, I would like to mention that on the 31st, when I received the call, I think it was on the 30th, I can't recall clearly, from Mr. Herman Sokholela, we didn't agree because I said to him I needed to see what you are talking about.
So he was saying deploy.
Yes, he was, in fact, he had already made arrangements for Gubis to deploy.
Okay.
And now
And had deployment taken place already or not?
I stopped it
Okay.
on the 31st and I said, I'm not around and I cannot do it.
Okay.
Yes, and then I cannot do it even on the 1st.
That happened on the deployment on the 31st.
Talking about the 31st, but we are already in January 2025 on the 6th.
Oh, so effectively then Mr. Malatji was saying a meeting should be arranged between you and Mr. Herman Sekholela to discuss a deployment that had already taken place on 31 December 2024.
Yeah, which I did not effect.
Yes. All right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, okay. Please continue.
Can I just understand, when you say a deployment that had already taken place, are you agreeing with the chair that on the 31st of December, there was in fact a deployment?
There was a deployment, the guards were there,
Okay.
and
But you stopped it
I stopped it.
and they
Yes,
went
because-
off
And
site.
they withdrew?
Yeah, they withdrew.
Okay.
Okay.
Was it a verbal instruction that they deploy when you say there was a deployment? Somebody must have told them where to go and what to do.
Yes,
So it was verbal.
when they talked to me, it was a WhatsApp message and then a call from Herman Sekholela. So it shows that Mr. Herman Sekholela had spoken to Gubis commissioners that you will deploy at this site where there is vandalism.
Yes.
But then I come, remember this thing started in November. I'm not privy to what they were saying at that time. I only come in at the stage when is the 31st. In fact, when I say the 31st, is that they must start at 12 p.m. That will be the first. So I'm saying how if they deploy, I must be there and see them. So it shows that they had an agreement and they went in and deployed. But in essence, they realized because Director Malatji was not answering them. He started answering them at the end. Then I was supposed to be there, or my subordinates were supposed to be there. But in essence, I must be there. It's a rule of delegation. I cannot delegate to another delegate. So I was not there and I said stop. But I'm not writing an email. I've locked my laptop in the safe It's festive seasons, everyone is up and down, and it's the 31st. I cannot do that because I didn't see them. But then, this question, the trade that I'm giving is to show how we got to the 9th of January. So we must go to LA 01 again. Now, in 01, the most important email will be dated Thursday, 09 January 2025 at 9:45, 2045, from a Gmail account of Director Malatji. He is sending the email to Dr. Kwapeng Maditlaba via again Gmail.
Who is Dr. Kwapeng Maditlaba?
Dr. Elvis Kwapeng Maditlaba
Yeah, who is he?
is my direct supervisor.
I see.
Yes. He says to him, "Good evening. Kindly find request from Mr. Herman from the Department of Water and Sanitation for further handling. Please get Phiri to run with the process and let's monitor the progress." Now, Commissioner, I don't understand here. When you say, please get Phiri to run with the process and let's monitor progress, it is explicit. It
And
gives-
more than that, I'm not querying you, I'm actually supporting you on this. More than that, on page 2,
Yes.
the preceding email from Mr. Herman Sikholela addressed to Mr. Malatji says, attached, find the updated list of security deployment need. So I emphasize need there.
Yes.
And then Mr. Malatji says, you must run with the process.
I must
In
run.
context, in context, it must mean that you are running with a process that relates to the deployment of security need.
Yes.
Yeah, all right, continue.
Yes. The emphasis must be always on deployment. Now, if we say, please get Phiri to run with the process and let's monitor the progress, I need to further explain that at that moment, we are at TMPD, but initially we were at City Manager's office. Now, if commissioners will allow me, I would like to go to LA 02. On LA 02, I will start on the email that is written on Wednesday, 15 April on Friday, May 5, 2023 at 12:47 by Mr. Navapile. He says, "Hi, Speaker," he's writing to group heads of departments. He says, "Hi, Speaker, Chief Whip, Chair of Chairs, and colleagues, please find attached the security details as discussed at this morning briefing convened by the City Manager." CM is City Manager. Kind regards. Navapile, Executive Specialist, OCM, and MEO, Office of the City Manager, Municipal electoral officer. Here he tells the Office of the Speaker, Office of the Executive Mayor, security preparedness for IDP and budget community consultations, and then he outlines everything. That I'm not going to read. I'm going to read what is important for this commission. He says to them on that page 4, there's a page missing here. I
Mr. Musigiri, are
anticipated
you
that
in a
it can
position to assist, or you or the attorneys?
Chair, this is what we received from Mr. Phiri himself. So this is all we have, unfortunately.
No, I think it's missing. When we were at the office, the machine was playing its games. But I have it here.
Mr. Phiri, perhaps you can come back to this after the tea break. Do you think it's 25, the tea break takes 25 minutes.
Yes.
Do you think within that time you can get hold of this document?
Yes, I have it. I will avail it to. It's just a document to show
But yeah,
why Director Malatji will know that I'm an overall coordination and command. It's me.
okay.
So, but that was in the city manager. I don't know how they work in the TMPD now.
Okay.
But I will avail this document.
Or at least that completes the picture in
The
terms of what
picture.
you wanted to tell us about
Yes,
the
the
missing.
authority and how the instruction came about.
So we are able to continue then.
Yes.
Do you still want to speak to the emails, or do you want to proceed?
No, I
from your
think-
statement now.
I want to proceed to my statement because this covered the authority and the instruction, just to exonerate myself that I didn't just wake up and become a rogue inspector at that time and started deploying. There are paper trail that shows I did what I had to do. And I would like to mention that in the police structure, the rule of delegation, and it's a funny way, the delegatas and non-potes, the delegate, it doesn't work that way. In the police, it's command and control. They tell you, you do, and then you will explain later why you think. So it's another thing.
Unless it's an unlawful instruction, of course.
Yes, when it's an
I'm not suggesting that this one was.
yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm on paragraph 7. My designated role was akin to security coordinator for municipal departments experiencing security vulnerabilities. The establishment procedure was that when a user department required security assistance, Director Malatji will provide me with an instruction, which was often through email, to timeously facilitate the necessary deployment. On the 10th of January 20, I received an email from Mr. Herman Sekholela for updated list of sites for deployment. Now, in this annexure LA03, is page 7 of annexures. He says on the 10th of January 2025, 11:23 a.m. He sends this email to me, Dr. Madiklaba, and he says, Mr. Phiri, I hope this email finds you well. This is the updated list. I was supposed to start with 2 on the 31st, but if commissioners go to page 8, the pump stations are now 19. So this is what I must confirm. They are there, and then I must go and check them. Now, the deployment is no longer on my hands. It's on Mr. Herman Sekgolela. He allocates, he identifies. Mine is to go and make sure. Yes, now I'm on D, deployment for water and sanitation of my statement, page 3. Where it reads, during late December 2024 and early January 2025, an emergency arose regarding severally sabotaged and vandalized reservoir and pump station, including infrastructure situated in all 7 regions of the city of Tshwane. The context of this vandalism is critical to understand. The destruction was not random. There is an established modus operandi whereby criminals intentionally vandalize the reservoirs and pump stations to halt the flow of water. Once the municipal water supply is stopped, illicit operators utilizing water tankers illegally draw water directly from municipal hydrants to sell. Paragraph 9, on or about 30 December 2024, I received communication from engineer consultant Mr. Herman Sekgolela within the Water and Sanitation Department requesting security at 2 specific pump stations. I actively resisted deploying guards at that time and instructed the service provider to halt my deployments by 31st December 2024. As I was out of Pretoria and had not yet physically verified the locations or extent of the vandalism. On this paragraph 10, on 6 January 2025, a meeting was convened involving Director Malatji, Herman Sekgolela, Dr. Kwapeng Maditlaba, and myself. During this meeting, Mr. Sekgolela formally complained that my delay to deploy security blindly had cost the department an estimation accounting to millions of rands in damages due to theft and vandalism. I reiterated to Director Malatji that I could not authorize deployments without conducting physical site inspections. And the minutes of the meeting is with Director Malatji. I'm not going to, it is the same instruction that I must convene the meeting. Commissioners, I would like to say here, on paragraph 10, the last sentence, where I say I reiterated to Director Malatji that I could not authorize it without conducting physical site inspections. Physical site inspections. Now I'm doing physical site inspections because already the department has already identified their company. They've already identified their risks. They have already allocated. But I stopped it. But I know now I'm going to check. It's already done. Mine is to satisfy myself that indeed this pump station or reservoir is vandalized and there must be people who are guarding the place. So it is no longer, in a normal circumstance, what I will do is I will do a security risk assessment and say to them, this is what I think. But in this regard, I'm doing physical site inspections.
Was this the first act of vandalism of this nature, that is of reservoirs and water pumps?
No, sir.
I'm asking this to understand why you would want to first go and see if there has indeed been vandalism. So you basically say vandalize first before we deploy security. I'll come check if there has indeed been vandalism, an act of vandalism.